Retiring 9 of the last 11. What was happening early there for you?
I think everything that hit was going for a knock. I think 8 singles and 1 double. A lot of those rolled through the infield. I think the adjustment we made was we started putting cutters away from the lefties instead of in. Kind of went away a little bit from some of those bloop hits that they had. But it's just one of those frustrating games, really. I looked back after the first couple innings, looked on video, and just the changeups that I threw, I think I might have missed a spot with a couple of them, but, some of those are probably right where I want to throw it. So whether it was just a little bit of an approach, maybe not not having the right pitch at the right time, not sure. But, when you're throwing the ball and they get 3 hard hits on the game against me in those innings, it's a tough one to swallow.
Last week, 3 innings. Tonight, is it a little bit silver lining a little bit that you were able to work a little bit deeper than the last time?
Sure. If that's sure. I don't. It's not that I don't look for silver linings. When I went out for the 3rd inning, I just told myself, hey, don't give up any innings and go after a 0. And I think my stuff still felt pretty good tonight, which is frustrating to say because I don't really like sitting here and talking about how my stuff feels good when you give up 6 runs, but. Sure, I appreciate you searching for it, but I don't really like giving up that many runs early, anytime really, but especially when the offense comes back and puts up 4, then to give the lead right back, it ended up being the backbreaker. So, frustrating night overall.
This start, obviously a good team over there. A back and forth game like this is kind of what you expected going into this series.
Yeah, this is a team. Talking with Weaver a little bit, I've known him for a few years now. He thinks their team is pretty similar to ours. They got a lot of young guys that are playing really well and really talented, and you can see that they play as a unit. And they've got a lot of good players over there too. They're tough to game plan for. They run, they're quick. They they put the ball in play and they work good at bats. So they're there's a reason they put together a couple weeks there straight. Then they're bad teams don't do that, right? Bad teams don't luck into 10 or 11 wins. So, they're a good team over there. It was a pretty hard-fought series, and unfortunately, we didn't come out, with the series win.
This start marks the halfway point of your season, 16 starts. How would you assess your performance so far this season?
I'd have to go back and, look at the 3 or 4 frustrating starts that I've had, and unfortunately, when you're this somewhat early in the season and you're not, to that 130, 140 inning mark, you still have a few starts that tend to stand out and kind of skew things. Overall, I felt pretty good. Physically, I feel good. Even the last 8 starts, I feel like I've executed well, and these last 2 have just, been pretty frustrating. But, other than 3 or 4 starts, I feel like I've, thrown the ball well, but unfortunately here recently just haven't gotten it done.